Hello, friends. Welcome to Yoga 360 Wellness, your own virtual yoga studio. In this video, I'm going to talk about sleep hygiene for IT professionals. The sleep hygiene, what it means is basically creating an environment and having practices which really help you to get a restful night's sleep. Try to recollect when was the last time when you really had a very restful night's sleep and woke up really recharged in the morning. If you're struggling, you're not the only one. This has become a very common problem, particularly with the IT professionals who have typically very long working hours, uh, staring at the laptop screen for 10, 12, 14 hours in a day, sometimes getting into calls which are stretching past midnight. So, ill effects of all of this is basically on your sleep. So sleep hygiene essentially means creating the practices around your sleeping pattern so that you're able to really tackle this problem and create an environment which is conducive for having a good night's sleep. Now, from the work point of view, of course, I understand sometimes you may be working in a time zone where there may be overlap which is needed with the US Pacific time zone, for example. But there are also try to see what you can do. Can you do those calls little earlier, or can you wake up next day earlier in the morning, which is evening US time, and finish your work? So that part something which you will have to manage. However, from the sleep hygiene point of view, it's also very important for you to become aware because a lot of times I am seeing that IT professionals they are not aware about the ill effects of having irregular sleep pattern. They think that they can make up for the lost sleep by sleeping in the afternoon for 2 hours. No, that doesn't work that way. Our body, the body clock, the way it is designed, is not to sleep in the afternoon for those long hours. A small nap, a power nap is still okay, but don't think that you can make up for the lack of sleep in the night by sleeping in the afternoon, because that will further have a very negative effect on your digestion because see the if you look at the ill effects of having improper sleep hygiene, first of all, when you wake up, you will feel really tired, which is very counterintuitive, isn't it? I mean, after sleeping and waking up, you should feel fresh. But if you are feeling tired after waking up, that's a warning sign. That means you did not have a proper sleep. Yeah. So very, very important is to understand and become aware what happens. See, when we are sleeping, we are cut off, but your body is still working. Your body is working and restoring because see that sleep, whatever 7 hours of sleep which you are getting, if you're lucky, is the time when your body is restoring. Your digestion system is working. Your other parts of body are working for detoxification. That's why it's very, very important to have right bowel movement so that immediately when you wake up, have a glass of water and get fresh. All of these things are very, very important in terms of creating a proper sleeping pattern and following a body clock. So coming back to the ill effects, so one is of course if you have irregular bowel movements, if you are irritated the moment you are getting up, having a coffee immediately after getting up and all right. So all of these things they do get add up and then they lead to a lot of stress and stress, anxiety, higher blood pressure, hypertension, sugar, diabetes, and all of these issues, lifestyle related issues keep coming up. So, what can you do about it, right? That's very, very important. And how yoga can really help you to create that balance in your body's cycle. And let's talk about it. So, first and foremost, in yoga, there are a lot of asanas which are very relaxing, including, let's say, Makarasana, Child's Pose, and even Surya Namaskar, which is like a complete body workout, will really help you to remain very energetic throughout the day. Yeah. So that's number one in terms of different asanas. Second is pranayam. So a lot of times I'm finding that there's a lack of energy, particularly in the IT professionals. By the time it's evening, you're already down. So that's when pranayam such as Bhastrika can help, which are very energizing pranayam. And relaxing pranayam such as Anulom Vilom, Bhramari, Ujjayi breathing, they can really do wonders. And last but not the least is the meditation. When you meditate, you calm down your mind And in terms of following a sleep pattern, try to stick to a schedule unless there are some really external pressing situations. Let's say you're working on a production support project and there's a go live, and I have been there in that situation. That is understandable, but it can't be there every day. So be honest to yourself. Ask that question: that hey, do I really need to be up at 1 o'clock in the night to do this job, or can I do this in the morning, or can I do it a little earlier in my evening, right? So, and show that courage to ask the other person on the other side that, hey, can it wait for a few more hours or can I do it earlier? That kind of thing. So, a lot of things is something where you will have to take self control because ultimately it's your health which is getting impacted. And try to create an environment which is clutter free and also distraction free, right? In terms of, let's say, the digital detox. So try to make sure that you're cutting off from the digital devices at least sometime before you go to bed. Try to follow a set pattern in terms of sleeping. 6 to 7 hours of sleep is definitely what I would recommend. So if you are, let's say, sleeping by 11ish or by 11:30, you are waking up at 5:36. I think that's the ideal thing. And first thing what you should do typically is have a glass of water, follow relaxed, maybe you can start with some meditation, start with some yoga. So if you're interested in adopting these practices in your life, I will welcome you to join my online live yoga classes, which I conduct Monday to Friday, 6:30 to 7:30 in the morning. And you can join free as demo sessions, just reach out to me. And you can see that slowly your body will adapt to a new cycle and get into a sleeping pattern, which is really conducive to your health. Thank you so much for watching this video. Om Namah Shivaya.